Hi everybody, my name is Staff Sergeant Anthony Holt with the United States Army, and I'm here to just introduce myself to you guys, let you know a little bit about me and how I came to join the Army, and also give you a little bit of information about the Army. That way it can help you make a decision about your own future. I was born and raised in Clinton, Iowa. It's a little town surrounded by corn. Up in the Midwest, right on the Mississippi River. A lot of stuff that I used to do when I was younger. We used to do a lot of hunting, a lot of fishing, so kind of similar to what you guys like to do down here. 35 years old. I have a wife and 2 kids. I have a son named Hayden, and he's 9 years old. My daughter's name is Kylie, and she's 12 years old. And that's my family. Well, we also have a dog, Teddy. I got some pictures that you'll see of him in this presentation too. Also my family. We have a kitten. Her name is Maisie. I don't have any pictures of her yet. I don't know why. Usually my wife takes a ton of pictures of our animals, usually more than she does of me. So cooking is one of my greatest passions in life. I love to cook. It's one of my favorite things to do. I think it brings a family together whenever you got good food. I like to barbecue. My favorite kind of food is pizza. And my number one goal in life, as soon as I retire from the Army, is to start a pizza food truck. So that's what I plan on doing as soon as I'm done with all this, as soon as I hang up the uniform. I originally joined the National Guard in 2007. I started my career as a 62 Bravo, which is now 91 Lima, as a construction equipment repairer. I used the National Guard as a stepping stone into the active duty Army. I chose to be a mechanic based on the simple fact that I'm very mechanically inclined, and my mechanical scores on my ASVAB test were better than the rest of my scores. I quickly found out that I don't really like doing mechanic work, so I chose to become a 12 Bravo combat engineer when I switched to the active duty side. I've done that job pretty much my entire career, aside from being an infantryman later on. I chose to do that job as well. 11 Bravo, that's for all you grunts out there. But I've done 2 tours to Afghanistan, 1 tour to Iraq. All tours that I've done as a combat engineer, so that's all my deployed experience. I've been to several different countries around the world. I've been to Germany, I've been to Ireland, been to Romania, been to Kazakhstan, been to Kuwait, all over the place. I just like to experience people and different cultures. It's one of my favorite things about the Army. I've been stationed a few different places. My very first duty station in the Army was Fort Hood, Texas. I like Texas. If I could ever get the chance to go back, I definitely would. Fort Polk, Louisiana. Everybody knows that to be probably the least desirable place in the Army to go, but I actually had a great time there. There's a lot of culture down there as well. Even from northern Louisiana all the way down to southern Louisiana is a completely different type of person that you'll meet pretty much every town that you pass through all the way down to New Orleans. New Orleans is an awesome place. I had a great time visiting there, but I could do without the humidity, so I don't think that I would ever want to live there, but I'll definitely go back to visit. Fort Campbell, Kentucky. That was my previous duty station before I was a recruiter. That actually is the first place that I ever fell in love with in the Army. I love just the simple fact that it kind of reminded me a little bit of home, except for the winter isn't as cold. I like the state of Kentucky. It's probably where I'll end up retiring. I met my current wife there, and now I'm on recruiting duty. I'm stationed in Bowling Green, Kentucky. I did everything that I could to stay in Kentucky because I love it here. It's especially this area. This area of Kentucky is so supportive of the military. I'm so grateful that I've met the people that I've met here. it's almost like one giant family. Everybody knows everybody, and everybody treats everybody with dignity and respect. And I love that most about this area of Kentucky. So, a little bit about how I came to join the Army. I wasn't really doing that great in school. Unfortunately, I didn't have the kind of mentors in my life that were pushing me in the right direction. So I ended up dropping out of school when I was 15 years old. I ended up getting my GED and eventually joining the Army, but it was a long, rough road. I got into a little bit of trouble when I was younger. It definitely made me realize that I should not have used the Army as a last resort, because little did I know that it was harder to join the Army than it was for me to try to go to college, just based on the requirements. I ended up getting my GED. I took the ASVAB. I scored well enough on the ASVAB to join, and I just the only way that I was going to be successful, I knew in my own mind that the only way that I was ever going to make anything in my life is to get out of the area that I was living, and the Army was a one-way ticket out of there, and I'm forever grateful for that. One more fun fact: I'm the only person in my family that did not graduate high school, and I was the first one in my family to get a college degree, and it was paid for by the Army while I was serving. So whoever tells you that you got to put your college education on hold if you want to serve your country, don't listen to them. It's not real. Okay, I'm going to tell you exactly how here in a second. All right, so this is just a scratching of the surface for some of the benefits that you'll receive from the Army. Okay, like I said, that 100% paid college tuition, and you don't even have to put your education on hold. You can start going to school the moment you finish your training. Okay. As soon as you go to basic training, you go to AIT, you get to your unit, you can start getting your college paid for right then and there. The Army will give you $4,000 per year. They'll pay for 16 credit hours, okay? Colleges like Western Kentucky University, right here, that's the big school that everybody wants to go to around here, they dropped their tuition rate to $250 a credit hour for military members. So you can get a whole semester of college paid for every year. Now, the reason why you only get to do 16 credit hours per fiscal year is basically so that you aren't overstretching yourself in the Army, because you're going to be working a full-time job, but you're still able to advance in your education, okay? Plus, everything that you do in the Army, every school that you go to that is military education, converts to college credit hours. When I had my joint services transcripts converted to college credit hours, I had 63 college credits that actually applied towards my course hours, not my electives, not anything like that, towards my actual course. That's over an associate's degree, okay? And that's partly how I was able to get my degree as fast as I did, and it was awesome. And then after you decide, I want to hang the uniform up, whether it's 3 years or 30 years from now, you still get to partake in using the post Montgomery GI Bill and the post 9/11 GI Bill. All right, that's almost $80,000 for a college degree after you've already been able to get 16 credit hours paid for every year that you've been in. Okay, so you could already have a bachelor's degree and then get a master's degree with your GI Bill. It doesn't matter. That money is there for you when you're ready. Or say you get your bachelor's degree while you're serving, and you have a family, you have kids, something like that, and you decide that the Army is going to be what you do for your career for 20, 30 plus years, whatever. You can actually take that GI Bill and you can split it. You can leave it whole. You can give it to your spouse for them to use for college. You can give it to, if you have one kid, you can give it to one child. If you have two kids, which is what I'm going to do, I'm going to split my GI Bill between my two kids so that they can have their a kickstart on paying for their college. So those are just some of the college benefits. There's way more than that. That's just scratching the surface. Okay. In the Army, what a lot of people don't realize is that we have over 150 career fields. We have all the way from your little guy in uniform in the desert carrying a gun, infantryman, 11 Bravo, grunt, all the way to brain surgeons. The Army has brain surgeons, believe it or not. It's crazy. I didn't realize it either. We got doctors, lawyers, nurses, human resource personnel, financial personnel, all that stuff, okay? We also have full-time positions. We have part-time positions. Part-time opportunities are really great for those people that decide that they want to go to college, but they still want to serve, they want to go to college full-time and still want to serve in a reserve component. Well, one of the best parts about the Army Reserves is that the United States Army looks a lot better on a resume for a part-time job than, say, Subway or the Taco Bell. All right, and plus they also help pay for some of that college also. Comprehensive benefits, there's too many to list. 30 days of paid vacation. From the moment that you start earning your vacation, okay? You earn 2.5 days per month, so 30 days per year. From the very first year that you start. By the time you graduate from basic training and AIT, you'll already have pretty much 2 weeks of vacation to take. I don't know of another company on the planet that gives that much vacation time right off the bat. You can get up to a $40,000 sign-on bonus. You can get as little as a $1,000 sign-on bonus. The possibilities are endless, okay? 20 years, you can retire. We have, it's called the Blended Retirement Program. Through the Thrift Savings Program, you can contribute money to that. It's like a Roth IRA, and then the Army will match you up to 5% of what you put in there. Plus, you'll receive 40% of your highest 3 years of your base paid salary after that 20 years. You'll receive that every single month. You'll have medical benefits, free medical benefits. You'll never see it come out of your paycheck. You don't pay a copay. You'll never pay for an emergency room visit. You'll never pay for any of it. All right, it doesn't you won't even see the money come out of your paycheck. It's absolutely 100% free. Same for dental insurance. Same for vision. Unless you have a family, then there is a premium for dental and vision, which is very, very minute. I could go on and on and on about all of the benefits, but the best way for me to get the information to you is for us to just sit down and have an appointment. Even if you've never, ever even thought about joining, you might be surprised at what the Army might have to offer you. All I'm saying is it would be a good idea to just sit down and listen, okay? It is my job to make sure that you have the information that you deserve to make an informed choice for your future. Whether you thought about joining the Army or not, you might be surprised at what we have to offer. The only way that you're going to get that information is if we sit down, we make an appointment, and you get the information that you need from an expert like me, okay? Because here's the thing, all right? There's 5 different branches of the military. 5 different branches of the military offer 5 different things, all right? The one thing that the Army can guarantee you is your guaranteed job of choice, and it'll be in your contract. There's no other branch of military that can guarantee you your job of choice in your contract. That's what sets us apart. We're the largest branch of the military, and we're the fastest promoting branch of the military. So whenever I go into the Chick-fil-A and I'm in uniform and somebody walks up to me and asks me, or says, "Thank you for your service, what branch of the military do you serve in?" And it says it right here. That's how I know it doesn't matter. But the subtle difference is you get your job, the job that you choose, okay? So let's make an appointment. If you want to make an appointment, you can fill out the Google Forms that is attached to this. And at the bottom, there's a linear scale. It's from 1 to 10. If you mark a 4 below, I won't bother you, okay? 5 and above lets me know that you're in need of some information. All right, I'll get in contact with you. We'll set up an appointment, and we'll meet right here. All right. Thank you guys for your time. I hope this gave you some information, a little bit more insight into the United States Army. Let's make it happen.